Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? We've gotten through Boxing Day. We've gotten through Crimbo. We've gotten through Foodmas. Now we just have the amateur night, which is known as New Year's Eve. First amateur night of the year, or last amateur night of the year, depending on how you view it. Amateur night, though, meaning it's when the amateurs go out and get themselves completely and entirely obliterated, and the rest of the humans who've been through that action before know already that that's perhaps not the wisest course of action. Oh my lord. Miss Sunrise Dawn comes in with the steal. She beat Hef by mere seconds. Literally 13 seconds in between. However, I will say, Hefs are bigger, as we see here. Hello, Miss Sunrise Dawn from North Georgia. Can't stay long. Okay, that's fair. Wanted to say hi. I'll be showing your photos a little bit later, so rest well and rest assured that that's something that will happen. Miss Sunrise Dawn sent me photos. Ms. Beaumont sent me photos. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. Good to see Hef. Good to see Miss Sunrise Dawn. Yeah, it sure is a Tuesday, isn't it? It's felt like it all day. I've spoken with the BFF today, and I passed on all of your well wishes to her, and she thanks you all very kindly. She's getting through it. She's definitely going through it, but she's getting through it, and she appreciates all the well wishes that you guys sent along. We had a nice little chinwag this evening, and she's going to be letting me know what she needs when she needs it. I may have to get myself off to the wilds of Wisconsin at some point to hang out with her and help her kind of handle some family stuff, but I let her know that I'm available, and there really isn't a whole lot that I would rather be doing. Even if that means that I'm there on amateur night, I really don't care. It's not like I have any plans. So, hey, Maya, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Glad for the check-in from Norway. Yeah, so that happened, and then I had to take over the baking of some cookies because Mom was friggin' exhausted and could not figure out why the cookies were not cooking. They weren't baking correctly, properly, anything. She put them in for 12 minutes, and just like the recipe says, and they definitely did not complete their cooking. And they were raw in the middle. They were dough, and I mean, granted, like, who doesn't want to eat cookie dough, right? But Dawn, where in Wisconsin? I'll be heading to, if I do head over there, I'll be heading to Eau Claire and that area. But yeah, so Mom was exhausted and didn't want to fight with them anymore. And I said, I'll take over. Go downstairs. Go relax. So she did. No, I am not.
Sorry.
So she did. She went downstairs and she watched some TV and she relaxed, and I took over with the cookies. And it took them 3 trips back into the oven for various different amounts of time before they finally finished baking. So that was frustrating, but they're all out of the oven now and they're on their little cooling rack and they're, cooling down and doing their little cookie thing. And mom has come upstairs and is going to pack them away. And I'll probably wind up making the gingerbread dough tonight. I will pass on the hello. Thank you very much. Um, yes, somebody email me tomorrow, Dawn, or later this morning, or whatever you want to call it, to let me know what's up and how you got through the surgery and how you're doing. And yeah, I would really like to know. So yeah, somebody please drop me an email and let me know what's going on with that. Gingerbread, Kimberly. Yes. Gingerbread. Thick and chewy gingerbread cookies, they are called. It's not the sticky black gingerbread that I usually make, which I usually do in like a loaf pan. This is a little bit different. These are cookies and they're supposed to be thick and chewy. So I'll probably wind up making the dough for that later because it has to sit in the fridge for like an hour and a half anyway, at least up to 24 hours, but hour and a half. And so that has to happen. And so I'll probably just make it tonight so that she can just get straight to cutting it out and baking it tomorrow. But I guess that depends on, I don't know, a couple of different factors. If I can, Jen, if I can figure out, can you put up a community post when you get that email? I'll be worrying until I hear something. If I get an opportunity and can figure out how to put up a community post, because I've never done that before, I absolutely will. Hey, Kazri. Hi, Cricket and everyone. I'm super tired tonight. Got 2 short naps today, but that's all. Headed to sleep soonish, but we'll listen until I do that. Okay, cool. Well, I hope that you rest well. You've certainly earned it, and you've been taking care of Miles, and I'm sure that he's very appreciative of that, but he's probably even more appreciative that his person is home. So, yeah, if I can figure out the whole community post thing, I will absolutely do that. And yes, Maya, it's still technically Tuesday night, but also Wednesday morning. We're depending on what time zone Miss Sunrise Dawn is in, it may actually be 2:00 in the morning, Wednesday morning. But yeah, it's Tuesday night right now. So yeah, Kazri, rest well, sleep sweet, and I hope that the rest that you get is restorative and plentiful. So, no, everybody's been asking you. See, look at the community that you have here. I'll be letting Marilyn, Steve-O, Liz, and Tommy know too, since they've all asked you to. Good, good, fantastic. So everyone's going to know, and I think that's great. I think that's great. Look at all the people that you have looking after you. They all want to know. And I'm certain that that Reese will probably want to know as well. So one of us will let Reese know what's going on. You'll also try to figure out how to put it on your channel. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, don't forget to change the chat up there from top chat to all messages, because then you'll actually be able to see Kazri. For some reason, we can't see her if it's only on the top chat, and none of us knows why that is. Yeah, this is an amazing community. He'll email Reese too, but she said she's about 300 emails behind. Well, if I wind up in her live tomorrow, I will let her know. It's easiest to do from mobile. Go to your page and hit the big plus at the bottom. It'll pop up with the options to create different kinds of posts. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know. I'll check that out. Please tell me how I'm still sweating with a block of ice on my head. It's because you're sick, sweetheart, and your body is mad at you. That's why. Best of luck. Thinking you're in good hands, but we'll be glad for you when we hear it's over. Faux show. And look, Steve-O's here. Hey, Steve-O. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. You missed all the fun last night, Steve-O. Surgery is at 11:30 Eastern. Okay, cool. Cool. So about 9 hours from now. Right on. Good deal. We will definitely keep you in our thoughts. And as soon as we have any information, as soon as I have any information, I will pass it on to you all in a community post, just to let people know that all is well. Aw. Thanks, Steve-O. You forced yourself to stay awake just to catch the start of the cricket cam. You still haven't emailed me, by the way. What hail? So let's take a look here. Aw, she's not kidding about the block of ice on her head, y'all. This is Hef in her current condition with a massive old ice pack right on her head. Yeah, it's because your body's mad at you, sweet pea. I'm sorry that that's the case, but what are we going to do, right? You got to go through it to get past it. Kazri. Maybe I'm partially hidden in the chat because I sneak my URL into my name, although if YT had a problem with it, I think they wouldn't let me use the name. I got nothing. I have no idea. There are many mysteries of YouTube that I do not understand, including why every time they choose to freeze frame me for my thumbnails, they do it when my eyes are closed. Usually when my eyes are closed and my mouth is open is what they like to do, although sometimes I'm just making a horrible face. But yeah, I didn't. It's mysteries of the YouTube, and it's arcane, and I think they come across their rules probably using some manner of ritual involving, chicken bones and goat's blood. So I have no idea. I have no idea. None of it makes sense to me, and I am not technologically advanced, but we roll with it, right? We roll with it. You are a whiny sick person, Hef, but that's okay. We love you anyway. We love you in spite of that. We love you maybe because of it, some of us. Who knows? But, we're here for you, and I'm sorry that you feel crappy. This is your 5th surgery of the year, Miss Sunrise Dawn. 2 cataract removals, 1 lens replacement, and this is my 2nd diode laser surgery to reduce pressure from glaucoma. Damn. I'll root around in the YouTube settings to see if I have something checked to hide me. Good idea. Good idea. Yeah, because I don't know why you wouldn't be, with as much as you've chatted, especially last night. I can't imagine why you wouldn't be showing in the top chat. It just doesn't make sense. Hef, I think just, it might be just like a flu or a respiratory infection or something like that. That's what I think. That's what I think it is. So, um, as far as I know, it's not the Rona. So, sinus BS. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Something along those lines. Um, so yeah, that's 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 kind of what's happening right now. And just replying to this really quick. Um, just click on the community tab from my main page and type away. Okay, cool. Thanks, Steve-O. Will do. Yeah, tomorrow you are going to be loopy, Miss Sunrise Dawn. You are going to be loopy AF. Likely to be far too loopy to be much company, so we just wanted to hang out for a few beforehand. And good on you. Good on you. But you know what? Come in here when you're loopy. That's always fun. Post-surgical loopiness is kind of one of my favorite things. I know it was certainly a good time after I had my hysterectomy. We had my friend and I had a stinking blast, and it hurt to laugh, but I also had to. Um, and so yeah, between telling off my recently removed uterus that was sitting before me on a tray and cracking up about random other stuff, we had a good time. We had a good time. Drugs are a hell of a drug, y'all. Um, yeah, we had a ridiculous amount of fun. Ooh, ooh, you were in a lot of pain after the last one, so hopefully I can get pain meds in me sooner this time. Yeah, yeah, that would be a good idea. Like pretty much, if not before you leave the office, then very, very soon thereafter. Have them call that shit in when you go into the surgery or when you're in pre-op, so the pharmacy will have them ready to pick up, like, zippity bang right when you get done. That would be ideal, right? Because yeah, I have been there. So bummed I missed last night, but I slept through most of the holiday. Yeah, I wish that I could have actually. I owe you an email, but I seem to owe just everyone now. I'm getting close, I promise. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Well, when you get around to it, last night's is available on the replay. There was some fascinating drama that somebody tried to lay at my doorstep, and they had to be seen off. So now I've blocked 2 entire people from my chat. Kind of proud of myself because I had constraints when I was modding for another person, and I don't have those constraints on my channel. And I don't have another mod. It's just me because I don't have enough subs to need another mod. It's just me. And I will boot people as I see fit, and I will block them as I see fit. And don't like it? Go watch something else. That's kind of how I feel about it. And again, this is not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. You can flounce when you want to, and nobody else needs to hear about it because I'll tell you, if you're the kind of person who's going to announce your flounce, fairly certain that nobody cares that you're leaving. So, yeah, you can just Karen yourself off to somewhere else. And if you have the capacity, shut the hell on up about it. Well, you're doing it. So yeah, Steve-O, I look forward to your email and we can chat about all sorts of cool stuff. Let's see. Bilf. CO Bilf. Dedication to the bit at the foremost. John and I made a lot of enemies in Belize. Okay. Easy enough to do in Belize, I suppose. Nice to see you. CO Bilf. How high are you in comparison to some others? Some other evenings that you've been here? Aw, Kathy, thank you. That's very sweet. Uh, who desecrated the chat in your absence? You will find the SP and supply standard ethics tech. Yeah, you should. You should. Watch last night's replay. I ain't naming names. They don't need to be made any more notorious on here than they think they already are. So Miss Sunrise Dawn sent me a pic of what she just found in her laundry. I'm assuming it's an animal of some sort, but I guess we'll find out. There was no reason for that individual to attack you. You showed more patience than anybody. Well, the thing is, she was trying to, after she got answers that she didn't want to the questions that she asked, then she was trying to lay responsibility for everything else on my door. And that's not mine. I don't want it. Don't leave it on my porch. My porch isn't big enough for that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, girl, bye is basically what I feel about it. Yes, Miss Sunrise Dawn, she did. She did. She put it right there in the chat for everybody to see. And I'm wondering, now that she's been blocked, does it erase all of her messages? Or does it only take away the bullshit that she spouted before I blocked her? Because I'm wondering if her phone number is still out there for the entire world to see in the replays of the chat. So that's interesting. You held your own, and I'm proud of you for how you handled yourself. Thank you. I'm also excited to catch another live. Well, we're excited to have you here. No clue what she was trying to accomplish. She was, like I said, I'm assuming that she's in the anger stage of grief. And she was just trying to take it out on somebody, trying to find somebody to take it out on, and I was handy, I guess. I was convenient. So, oh well. She definitely showed more patience than I did, and again, I'd like to apologize for everyone for losing my temper. I don't think you did lose your temper, Jen. You were simply trying to hold her to account, and I think you did quite well, especially considering how much more you could have lost it. And you really could have. I don't think you lost your temper really at all. You were simply giving back as good as she was trying to make me take. So no worries. It takes it all away, have. I believe blocking wipes our history of previous chats too. Okay, well, no great loss. Apparently have screenshotted her phone number. So, I mean, she did say that she has nothing to hide. So, hey, Susan P., good to see you. Yeah, she's got nothing to hide. So, I guess she wants the entire internet to have her phone number. I don't know, but I don't want it. And I certainly wasn't going to call it in the middle of the live stream the way she somehow seemed to think that I was going to. Whatever. Again, ain't nobody got time for this. And yeah, It's fucking tiresome, man. Ponderous. Can't reason with someone who's in that state of mind. It's actually really sad, and I hope she can sort that out. Same, same, absolutely. Yes, I did get your Britney reference. Yeah, I'm sorry. She popped in a Britney reference, but I didn't put it up because again, I'm not trying to spread her name around more, um, and make her feel more important. No, it's I just had to boot the Karen and be done with it. Yeah, I hope she can get it sorted too. I hope she sees a grief counselor. Um, I hope she finds a way to work it out that doesn't involve attacking strangers on the internet. Sophie's saying hello to Meyer. I did catch it, Hef. Yes, I did. Sus phone numbers should be kept in a spreadsheet and sent up lines. Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So far, that's the only one that I've seen. And she's a genius who decided it was appropriate to put it in a public YouTube chat. So actually, by giving her the boot, I did her a favor because it took her phone number out of circulation. Genius. Stand by for a drink of water. Flavored water, but water nonetheless. I have no adult beverage tonight. The house is largely bereft of such things. Did I... The only record there is what you popped on the screen, I do believe. Yeah, and I did not, I didn't put her phone number on the screen. That's one thing that I didn't do, so you won't see that in the replay. But I guess, hey, Red, good to see ya. I guess if it's been screenshotted and yeah, I somehow feel like she's not the only person who, Hef isn't the only person who took note of that phone number. And I haven't gotten an email from her today, so I guess whatever. But that's kinda, if she wants the world to have it, I guess she'll probably put it up in other places. Chat doesn't show on the replay anyway, I think. Okay, I'm not sure. Well, since I don't have an adult beverage, but I know that the rest of you wish to partake, Xenu Marlene, y'all. Get it. Get it. Enjoy. Kel loves orange soda, says CO Belf. But what about the strawberry jacuzzi? I don't know. Now, Maya, are you saying that my chat doesn't show on the replay? Is live chat replay disabled for me? I'm interested to know. Or do you just mean that somebody that got the boot? I don't know. Soph is saying, I still have compassion, but from a distance. I think she's misdirected, but maybe not really malicious. I don't know. It's kind of like trying to understand Hubbard's writing. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think that there was some definitely misguided for sure, but I think there was some malice in it, especially when she devolved to ad hominem attacks about, pretty much everything from the way that I phrased certain things to what I was washing down my meds with, to speculating about what my meds are, to, demanding that I tell her what my meds are and shit like that. I mean, the woman clearly has just 0 sense of boundaries at all, and that can be pretty fucking dangerous, and when they start getting mad, that does then become malicious, and I think that that's where she was going, and, uh, so I took evasive action. Oh, it does show, Maya? Okay, cool, thank you. Oh, we're taking a shower. We're taking a shower with Miss Sunrise Dawn. Club soda for Kimberly. Very nice. Yeah, I've just got flavored water because that's how we do up in this piece right now. And since the house is devoid of the alcohols, and because I have not left the house in at least a week, I haven't gone to into town in, yeah, I would say at least a week. Um, I haven't had an opportunity to pick up more alcohols. So until such time as I can resupply, which may even be tomorrow, I don't know. Um, we get water, but I really am trying to stay hydrated because it's dry AF up in this piece. So that's what happens winter on Hoth. I really did try to reason with both of them in the very beginning on the open live because I really cared about Doug too, so I could understand, but it was another level that was a bit freaky. Yeah, no shitting, Soph. It really was. And there was um there was no getting them to calm down. Once they went Lord of the Flies, they were gonna do what they were gonna do, and nobody was gonna tell them otherwise because everyone was wrong if they had anything to say that was even slightly different from what they had gotten into their heads. So we don't have all the data. For what it's worth, when I see something like that, I pass it along privately to someone who has seen all the spy files and whatnot. Okay. Well, we certainly got the ass of the situation last night, didn't we? No boundaries is a sign of mental illness or personality disorder is not an excuse, but yeah, it's not personal, it's who they are. Yep, agreed. Oh, she was going for it, that's for sure. She was trying to wind me up and I didn't take the bait. Yep, I did not. I just, why? Why bother? I don't feed it. Don't feed it. Mentally ill person worth feeling sorry for and cult psyop are not mutually exclusive. That is true. That is true. However, Kazri even asked me last night if I thought that this person was somehow involved with OSA, and my answer is unequivocally no. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't think she's smart enough for it. Um, it was Dolly who said, "The only difference between me and a madman is that I am not mad." Yeah. It was when they attacked Marisa that I was like, no." Yeah, exactly, and I actually I got another email from somebody today who said that they had hundreds and hundreds of screenshots of that whole chat debacle and trying to say that, uh, the 2 main people were being bullied, they weren't the bullies, and this person's like, I don't have a dog in the fight. I just think that, maybe you need to see things from a different perspective. And I have all these screenshots if you want them. Um, I saw a lot of it. I saw a lot of it happening as it happened, as it came down. And honestly, um, I don't I don't need the screenshots to refresh my memory. I've seen it. I saw it when it was happening. Uh, I saw it when it was devolving, and I did what I did. And by the way, um, the person last night telling me that LV wasn't going to be had to be unblocked or something before she could post in that chat room. That is still going. Just FYI, still going, still happening. Um, but she wasn't going to post in there because she was so insulted and so hurt by my terrible, mean, naughty words, that she wasn't going to post in there again. And anyway, I had to unblock her. When I went to that chat last night, it was nothing but her posting. So apparently that wasn't an issue. Either that or she was watching and knew what was going on because she started it all off by addressing the person who was Karening in here last night. Marisa went gangster mode and took no shit. That's what I like about her. So yeah, shit got real quick. Yeah, it did. It did. Sometimes you have enough of a hunch to know someone is sus, but not enough to say something terrible when you might be wrong. Also, I can't take it personally if someone sees something that isn't real. Yeah, and I don't. We each have to decide which way is up. Yeah, and that's what we're doing. Wow, glad I can't get in there. Yeah, because it can't be found on his page. You have to actually have the tab open from previous times, and so, I did. I have been. It's kind of been my responsibility, and honestly, I'm not really sure when that responsibility ends or if it has. Um, and maybe I just need to talk to the other 2 mods about it, um, and we can decide from each other. Yeah, that's what I think. Absolutely. Um, but, maybe I need to talk to, uh, Wendy and Karina and see how they feel, um about it, because I don't know when that responsibility ends for us or if it has. If we should just walk away from it. I feel like as long as there's gonna be people in there, somebody should be monitoring, but then again, it's like the live stream that's never gonna happen. Jen, you're looking at it right now on his homepage? The Dazed After Dark number 9 that never happened? That's interesting. You think it's time to shut the chat down? I don't know that I can do that. I don't know that I have the technology to do that. Um, I didn't have, I mean, I'm a mod. I don't have any kind of authority on his page. I don't know his passwords. I can't sign in. There's limited amounts of things that I can do. So I don't know. I don't even know that I can do that. Um, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. So that's That's an interesting question. And Jen is sending me a photo. Oh, she sent me a video. Okay. Um, so she is scrolling through his page, and yeah, it's it's showing up on his page. Wow, that's kind of surprising. Um, so yeah, either way, if you click on that, the chat is in there. The chat disappears after a few hours, so who cares? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it works. All I know is that every time I go and open that tab, I see more people going meow, 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 meow. So I don't fucking know, y'all. I have no idea what to even think, where to start. Soph. I just hope that he's given someone else's work, but I think not. No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did, and I don't think that he I mean, he was doing that shit on his own and doing his own research and his own editing, and it's, all of that. He, uh he was doing it all by himself. So I don't think he trusted anybody else with what he was doing. He may have talked to some people, chatted it over with a friend or two or someone with whom he was collaborating, perhaps. Um, but I don't think he handed over any of his work, or any of the work in progress or anything like that, because he was doing all of it himself. He had all that footage archived that it's hard to get. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I think that's work that is now lost to the ages because, I mean, even that even that somebody gains access to his apartment and takes over control of his computer and all of that shit, who's gonna who's gonna be able to, like, number one, who's gonna get that, right? Probably his mom, because she's next of kin. Um, she's not gonna know what to do with all of this stuff. And unless she hands it off to somebody else who was even semi clued in as to what he was working on, nobody else is going to know what to do with all the stuff that he had, all the research that he had done, all of the everything that he was working on. Nobody's going to know what to do with it. So I don't know. His season 3 was going to be good. He said it was nearly done, and that's very possible. I don't think we're ever going to see it. Fight for control over web content also went down after Arnie Lerma died. Yep, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it did. That doesn't surprise me at all. Live will stay open until someone with his creds closes it, as far as I know. The chat only is visible to the public for so many hours. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I know that I can go back about 100 chats unless I've just reopened that tab for the first time in a while. Um, and yeah, as a moderator, I can see the previous 100 chat entries. He, as the channel owner, would be able to read all the way back from the beginning, and I'm kind of glad he didn't have to, honestly. Um, that's how to get they'll wipe it. That's how to get into the computer. Yeah, 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 and then all that work that he put in is toast. And until he comes to one of us and, gives us some fucking serious inside baseball as to how to access that shit and what he wants done, which I don't see happening anytime soon. And I left all of my seance equipment in my other pants. Um, I really don't know what to even say about it. So there's only one message in there right now, and it's the one from last night. Which one from last night? Little Ms. Ma'am was just meow, 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 and she was going on for a while. Oh, oh, cute, cute. Yesterday's special friend has left a comment in there. Um, so that's good times. That's good times. Um, don't care. Don't care. Got nothing to do with me. And, like I said, it's not like I've gotten an email or anything, so I'm not going to sweat that. Yeah, I wish we could do something about that too. But there's fuck all that we can do about it. So here we are. We we carry on. We carry on. And we try to not be douchebags as we do so. And that's really all we can do, is just not be douchebags. Yes. Yes, Jen. That one. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking all in emojis, no less. So, very eloquent. Probably more eloquent than her words were in here last night. So yeah. That's what we got. And yeah, other than that, I don't know. Today hasn't been super eventful, which is good. That's fine. It's precisely the way I like it. Just chilling. Let's see. Mom is sending me a text message from downstairs. Cookies are great. They're packed and ready to go. Yeah, good. I'm glad. I love that we text each other inside the house. The text is coming from inside the house. Nice. Nice, Hef. There's an emoji for her. Yeah, I guess they didn't have one for boiling somebody's bunny. Now that you know it's still there, just further down the page. Probably safe to close that tab now. Give me a mental break from it. Yeah. Maybe. But that would involve being kind to myself, wouldn't it? I don't know if I'm prepared to do that, but I suppose I probably should. I mean, full disclosure. Yeah, uneventful day. baked some cookies, did some knitting, got a little bit more caught up on my watch later thing, had a really good conversation with another person, and that was great. All right, Red. Speaking of, I made an old lady cry today and I feel like a heel. Does anyone know about neurodivergent? Yeah, I kind of refer to them as neurospicy myself. Um, I know a lot of people who fall under the neurodivergent category. Um, it just depends on, what flavor of neurodivergent you're rolling with, Red. But you don't seem like the kind of person who makes a habit out of making an old lady cry or making anyone cry, at least on purpose and out of meanness. So, I don't know. How can I help? I do that too, text in the house. It's the new intercom. It beats yelling. Nah, fact. Especially at, 10 minutes to 2 in the morning, huh? Yeah. In all caps. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Um, I will do my best. I will do my best. I'm trying. I guess they can't handle the emojis in capitalized letters. Some can't. Not all of them, but some for some it can be somewhat triggering for them. So, yeah, but what it, I mean, it also kind of goes with the territory, especially in YouTube. It's just something that happens. Um, and you're not, if Reese's chat doesn't allow all caps and lots of emojis. Um, how on earth does Purple Groovy manage to get her chat seen then? Because I love Purple Groovy, but she rocks the emojis and she rocks the all caps. So, and I know that Reese sees her chats. So I don't even know. But yeah, you can't. Hef is absolutely right. You can't accommodate everyone. Caps and emojis are forms of expression. And some people have difficulty seeing, so they're going to rock the all caps just because it's the only way that they can see what they're typing. People say that all caps are like yelling, and that's true. That's true. Oh, you made Groovy cry. Fuck. I know you didn't mean to. I know you didn't mean to. And that's just how she operates. And that's how she operates in every single chat I've ever seen. Like, maybe she does have eyesight problems. And that's why she types in all caps. I've never seen her do anything but. And yeah, she uses a lot of emojis. But she's certainly not trying to trigger anybody who's neurodivergent. That's just how she communicates. So, I don't know. I don't know. Fuck. That sucks, Red. I'm really sorry to hear that. 'Cause, yeah, I know that she's not trying to hurt anybody, and that's just how she is able to communicate. So, I think that by saying that, and I don't think it's your necessary rule, um, I think it's the rule of I think that came from one of the other mods. Um, I don't think that was your rule at all, Red. I've seen some discussion about it in other of Reese's chats, so I don't really. Yes, we have to be cognizant and aware of how people who are neurodivergent, um, are receiving some of this stuff. We do also, though, have to have we have to be cognizant and accepting that some people not everybody can communicate the same way due to any number of different factors. So, people with okay, Kazri's saying people with poor eyesight need help setting their font size larger on their computer. All caps are difficult for my eyes to look at. Okay, and that's fair enough, but it's possible that they're not operating on a computer. It's possible that she's operating on her phone, in which case, I mean, and yes, she still can set her font size bigger. That's true. Um, but I think we all need to, if we're gonna be accepting of people who have struggles with things that their eyes are hard to look at, we also need to be accepting of people who don't know how to and can't get the assistance to communicate in any other way. Um, I don't wanna cut off somebody's only form of communication and sense of community because I don't like how they're communicating. I don't like the fact that they speak in all caps or the fact that it's gonna be all emojis or using a lot of emojis or whatever. Um, I think that if we're gonna be accepting of one, we have to be accepting of all, um, when it comes to stuff like that. And, unfortunately, you can't make everybody happy. I'm not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. I'm not gonna be saying things that everybody can get down with. I use adult language, and I do a lot of other things that maybe other people don't like, but I'm authentic and I'm real, and not everybody's gonna like me for me, and that's okay. But if somebody's gonna tell me that I shouldn't use, for example, adult language because it offends them and I should tailor my language to just them, then not only am I not being authentic, but I'm only catering to one person's specific issues. Even if they say that they can't hear anything else that I say because I used an F bomb, um, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I think that we need to be sensitive to the fact that, yes, while some people who experience various kinds of neurodivergency have problems with all caps or have difficulties with emojis, we have people within the community who don't know how to communicate any other way. And I don't know where Purple Groovy is. So it's not like I can go over to her house and be tech support. I don't know how she communicates, but every time that I've seen her communicate, it's been in all caps, and it has been, um, with a lot of emojis, and that's just how she do. You can always log off if you're triggered, like Reese says. Um, like Reese says, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, Kathy, I think it was somebody in another chat that was told that they couldn't, who always communicates in all caps and uses a lot of emojis, and she was told that she couldn't do that because the mods for a particular chat don't allow that in their chat. Um, Another mod is going to work with her to see if they can get something set up for her. Oh, good. Good. I'm really glad. And I sent an apology, but I still feel yuck about it. Honey, you're doing what you have to do within the confines that you're given. And you sent an apology, and she seems like the type of human that's going to understand um, once she gets over feeling hurt. But this is also a really tough time for friggin' everybody. And there are a lot of people whose feelings are, uh, their nerves are kind of like cat's whiskers right about now. Everybody's extra super touchy, and there's just not a whole lot that we can do, you know? You gave your apology, and I know that, if you had the opportunity, you would be doing everything that you could to help modify or ameliorate the situation. You can only beat yourself up about it for so long. Please don't do that anymore, because I think that would make her, in particular, feel even worse about it, knowing that you were hitting yourself over the head with a baseball bat over what happened. So, um, yeah, I don't I don't know what to even say except you be kind to yourself, because I know you're trying. I know you're trying. And the fact that you feel bad about the situation in general tells us a whole lot about you as a person. So, just we'll work with it, okay? You're going to be all right, and I think that she doesn't seem the type to hold grudges. So, what's Kimberly saying? As the mother of an autistic person, their interpretations can be very unexpected. I still often have to explain myself what I meant, but he has to be open to that. And that, in his case, he is. See, and that's exactly it. They have to. Um, we all have to be open to the various challenges that other people are experiencing, and whether that's being neurospicy or whether it's being vision challenged or technologically challenged, and there's only so much that you know how to do with these bits of technology that we're walking around with all the time. um it's That's really just kind of we all have to be open to doing our best to see what's happening on the other side of things. Yes, You're not a bad person. Exactly, exactly what Miss Sunrise Dawn is saying. Red, you're not a bad person at all. I think Purple will see that you weren't saying that out of meanness. Absolutely. And I had seen it in other chats being said by or in that chat in particular being said by another mod. And there's just so much that you can do. Sorry, I'm sad to hear that. Don't be sad or down on yourself. Sometimes it takes nothing at all to get me crying. Shit happens. You're a good person. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm older and I must admit that I take the caps thing as yelling. Like I said, I'm old. Yeah, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Shit, I see it as that all when Jen told me off earlier that I'm allowed to be kind to myself, that's exactly how I saw it. Um, I didn't cry about it because I saw her being lovingly stern with me, and sometimes that's what it takes to get the point across to me. Um, but yeah, sometimes I do, but mm, it goes with context. It goes with context because with certain people, like for example, Purple. Um, I know she's not trying to yell. That's just how she do. It's how she communicates. And so I see that in her. And therefore I know that she's not yelling at me. And I know that Jen probably was, and I accept that, and I'm taking it like an adult. I don't think it was you that upset her, Red. That's very possible as well. I wasn't in that chat, so I don't know. I can't really say. Um, Maybe she doesn't know what the caps lock is. Maybe she doesn't know how to undo it. Red, you worked for special education org for 33 years, so you're familiar. Okay. And your daughter works there at one of our schools. Yeah, you're not trying to be exclusionary exclusionary. You're not trying to be ableist. You're not trying to be rude. Red, really, don't sweat it, honey. Don't sweat it. Yeah, that is a good question. I'm just wondering how that is gonna be a long-term enforceable rule with how many people are in her chats. That's true as well. That's very true. I agree with you right there, Jen. I don't know how easily that's gonna be enforceable for long. When you get 700, 800 people in there at a time, and everybody knows Purple. So, we gotta give some people a little bit of latitude. Yeah, context. Context matters. It really is important. Yes. Actually, Red, I don't allow people to beat up my friends, and I consider you my friend, so no beating yourself up. That's not allowed. Exactly. Exactly. Red, stop talking about my friend like that. I just get excited and do caps, never yelling. It's emphasis or just bad eyesight. I mean, yelling for me would be very obvious. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Um, I see we have a special guest in here tonight. If we are done with this topic, um, Just scrolling back. Because we've got alt. Because the legacy got banned. Look, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. Yes. I literally have like 50 alts. I'm just a shitty person who tried taking my anger out on you. I'm stupid. I don't know that you are shitty or stupid, but you were taking your anger out on me. That is absolutely the truth. If your apology is sincere, then hello. Apology is sincere and meds are taken. Okay. That bodes well. Lady V was out of line. You did the right thing. Chow Yun. Smut. It's okay. You can say smut. You were completely off the mark because last night when you said that, well, about a number of things, honestly, but when you said that maybe I was mad because Lady V had called me a slut, it wasn't her. So no, that wasn't even it. Also, I've been called worse shit probably today. You're also autistic yourself, as was on full display last night. Okay, since we're on the subject of apologies. Let's see. Can you please edit out my phone number from last night's stream? I'm getting weird calls all today. I was not in the right state of mind when I posted it here. Kind of figured that that was the case. The good news is that since I blocked you, the original legacy account, it automatically wipes all the messages from the chat. So even if you're watching the live from yesterday, since you've been blocked, that shouldn't show up. So the only reason that you'd be getting weird calls today would be if somebody screenshotted it and distributed that information, which I did not do because I was busy, or if somebody wrote down the number when they were watching last night. So yeah, I'm not sure that there's necessarily any reason for it to be scrubbed. You can go back to old chats and watch the live chat, but if you've been blocked, then it wouldn't it automatically wipes all of your comments from that chat. So I don't think that it's anything that we need to be worried about. If it is, and that is still visible, I can go back and remove it. I just don't know. I've no idea whether or not from because I was asking about that earlier in this live stream, whether or not they would all still be visible. And I have been assured that once that person is blocked, then it wipes all of their previous messages from the chat, which means that they would also be gone from the chat replay. So yes, I will. I will. And I never did put your number on screen. That is true. I never did put your number on screen. because I figured if you were gonna be amped up enough to commit to that particular act, I certainly was not going to compound it by putting your number on screen. So, yeah, I did not do that. Um, I appreciate you coming back in, and I I know what it's like to be going through it because we all are. Um, and I appreciate what it takes for you to come back and own your actions and say anything about it, much less make apologies. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And yeah, it's been a bad year. It's been a bad month. For me, it's been a really rough couple of years. I mean, we all have our stories, and nobody knows anyone else's story. Steve-O says, I just watched that portion of last night's chat. There is no proof in chat of any of your posts. Only the ones that I put on screen still exist. There's no proof of anything in the chat itself. Okay. Yep. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, so the number that you put in there is not available in that live chat replay. So no words. No proof, no evidence, no nothing. So we're good. And with that, yeah, I appreciate that, Steve-O. Thank you for going over it and having a look and confirming what you'd said. I appreciate that quite a bit. Now, Sabrina, I have a bunch of photos from Miss Sunrise Dawn. Sabrina, when my daughter was learning to talk, she couldn't say Sabrina, so she called her Bree Bree. The nickname has stuck. So here's Miss Bree Bree. We saw her last night. My sweet Jack, he was an amazing guy. There's Jack. Very handsome boy. This is from Ms. Beaumont, who is not in here tonight. Here's Toby with an army of mice. I thought being an art director, wouldn't it be nice to have black and white mice? Pretty minimal graphic. Turns out they only like the gray ones. Middle ground, open-minded, of course. So there's Inspector Toby with his army of mousies. He's going to rip those mices to pieces. Very handsome boy. And Inspector Toby. Ooh. Eye surgery in the morning. Please send everyone. I said hello. Skylar says hello too. There's Skylar. And there's Miss Sunrise Dawn with Skylar, who looks like he's about to start charging his lasers. I see that green in there. Found this in the laundry. Lenny closest to me and Squiggy in the back. I knew it. I knew it. It's amazing the things that you find in the laundry basket, isn't it? Yep. Lenny and Squiggy. Kim, good to see you. Hey everyone, I've come in here twice in the last few days and fallen asleep with my phone laying on me. We'll see how far I get. Feels like I missed something. Meh. So yeah, those are all the photos that I have hanging out in my e-merls. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing the massive lint balls that you find in the laundry when you leave a laundry basket just sitting around. There's a Facebook page that I follow called The Adventures of Star and Toothless, and they're consistently like, I was just having a nap in the that was clean. Yeah, and laundry basket. It's cats plus laundry baskets, cats plus boxing of any size. If I fits, I sits. Even if I don't always fits, I sits. Yes, we have a Kim and a Kimberly. We've got all kinds of people up in here. Yeah, fits, I sits. Is Toothless actually toothless? I can't really tell. I don't know. I think Toothless is just a void kitty and therefore looks very similar to the dragon Toothless. I think that's where the similarity is. But I've been following that page for quite some time, and they are always up to some kind of hijinks and very amusing. So I love them. And strongly recommend that if you're on the book face, that you give them a follow. And yeah, I think it's just called The Adventures of Star and Toothless. So yeah, cuties. Cuties. 2 kippins. You must hit the pillow. Love you, girl. Keep on being you. Sleep is calling. Rest well. Kathy Mitchell. Sleep sweet. And yeah, I hope that your rest is deep and restorative, which is pretty much the best wish that I can give anybody because usually my sleep is not. Skylar has taken over one of Jasper's beds, even though she has her own. Of course she has. Of course she has. You sent us a photo of that last night. We got to see Skylar hanging out in one of Jasper's bed that was a Christmas present, wasn't it? Yeah. What a scamp. What a scamp she is, that Skylar. Chems! Hey, Chems! Hey, Cricks! Hope you drank a lot of booze to make it through. Yes, about disappointment of a holiday. I made it through the holiday. Yesterday I consumed an entire bottle of wine. Today I have none. And I've been hydrating a lot. So, yeah, all I can say is I made it through. Got through the other side. And here we are. How are you doing, Chems? And I hope that you're not feeling delicate from 3 days of I hope you're not hungover as fuck is what I'm trying to say. And how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, no. Jasper went to get in that bed today, and there were 3 cats in it. He looked so sad. Poor Jasper. That is very sad. It's very sad. Speaking of drinking and meds and chemistry and everything else, night med reminder. Take your night meds, y'all. Everybody take their night meds. I'm taking mine. I don't have any melatonins, but sorry, stand by for a drink of water. Should have said that first. I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. He was okay. He just came and laid on the couch with you. Good, good. Poor kid. Although I'm sure that he's going to be ultra extra comforted by his mama. Already taken? You're very welcome. I'm here to help. I am here to help. Oh boy. Oh boy. Jen has sent us photos. You guys. This is a very distinguished creature right here with like Fallout Boy bangs and damn near Ernest Borgnine level eyebrows. Just so fancy. Chems was in here earlier, or I'm sorry, Sophie. Sophie was in here earlier, Chems. The Schnau is George. Doxy is Pogo, your first service dog. Okay. Miss Sunrise Dawn, I've been accused of spoiling him. Can you believe it? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay, so this is George. Very handsome. This is Pogo. What a sweetheart. Oh, and they snuggle. George and Pogo snuggle. I love that. Here's our Jen with Pogo, including action blurry nose. And our beloved Ms. Mona. Miss Mona, who is just the bestest. Just the bestesses. So yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you very much, Jen, for sending those. They are the cuties. And yeah, George is just ridiculously cute. Just ridiculously cute. Amy, yes. Yes, Chemist did. And was in there a lot. So we do love Mona. We do love Mona. Then again, I love all the Pibbles. I really do. I just can't help it. I love them. And oh, that's the email going off. Pouting after his bed was taken over. Yep. Jasper's having a rough time of it right now. This poor guy. Do you see how difficult his life is? So sad. Very sad. I'd be sad too if somebody took over my brand new bed, so, I kinda get it. Um, yeah, pit bulls are delightful. George is my youngest shadow. We lost Pogo back in September. He was 17, and the dude was the hubby. Yeah. Kinda figured that the dude was the hubby. Um, I'm so sorry that you lost your Pogo, but he probably had an amazing life. I bet he did. He's a little gray around the muzzle. He did look pretty comfy though. Yeah, he does. Jasper looks like maybe life doesn't suck as hard as he wants you to think it does. Um, yeah. So, I think I think it's just we do what we can for the animals. What is a pibble? A pibble is a pit bull. An American Staffordshire Terrier, otherwise known as pit bull dogs. Um, Mona is a pibble. Elvira, uh, whom I referred to as Doug's girlfriend, was a pibble. Um, Elvira is a pibble. Um, and they're delightful, delightful creatures. I don't believe that there are any bad animals. I think there are just bad humans. Jasper is a master of looking pitiful to get his way. Yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. I am not surprised. You're doing laundry, Red? Cool. Cool. I believe in you, Hef. I believe in you. You can do it. Yeah. There's a number of different uh Kimberly, hadn't heard them called that, and that's okay. There's a number of different names that they are called. Um, bloodthirsty animals is one of them. And yes, vicious creatures who will knock you directly to the ground so that they can lick you to death is been that's been my experience with most of them. Um, the dog that tried to eat my face when I was 4 was not a pit bull. Um, and he had been grievously abused by his people, and that's why he reacted to me the way he did and tried to take my face off. Um, and I'm really glad that I've worked through it and gotten over my fear of dogs because, now I get to hang out with dogs like Elvira, and that makes my life so much immeasurably better that, I just couldn't be happier about it. Mm. Kim has a friend who rescues and fosters pit bulls. She's awesome. Yes, and that is absolutely a worthy calling for sure. There are actually 5 different breeds that fall under the category of pit bull. Staffy is just one of them. Okay, see, I cede to your superior knowledge. There is the term bully breeds, which is a more loose term. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, we've got Steve-O giving practical advice, which is fair. Yeah. Oh, kia ora. Amanda Beaumont. Good to see you. Yeah, it's Wednesday, innit? Now. My friend's house was broken into, and when they caught the guy, he said her pit bull followed her around giving kisses. Precisely. I still loved my pup after he split me open from between the eyes to the tip of my nose. It wasn't his fault. His previous owners were neglectful, and he had brain damage and eye damage. Yep, that'll do it. TBIs will do astonishing things for humans and canines alike. So, yeah, Staffies are just shorter, beautiful dogs. Okay. All right. That makes sense. Love them though. Love them. Love them all. Love them all. I love Reese's Bobo. Maybe even more than I love Gert, to be honest. But Gert is not in any way lacking in love and adoration. So I feel justified and allowed to give Bobo a little bit more of my attention and my wub. When pitties were on the restricted list for rental properties, one of my buddies told landlords his pitty was a staffy, so they would rent to him. Nice. Yeah, when I had Bengal cats, I had to actually say that I don't know what I called the marble snow, but when I referred to the other one who had classic Bengal markings, I just referred to her as a brown spotted tabby because Bengals are about 9 genetic steps, between 6 and 9 genetic steps away from being Asian leopards. So there are a lot of humane societies and rescues and such that don't even allow Bengals to be rescued there because they're discriminating against the breed. And that really bothers me. So I had to call them something different for sure so that I could get them treated by a vet. My neighbor had a Staffordshire named Remedy when my first Papillon was a puppy. That dog let my Darby crawl all over her. I'm sure she did. I'm already watching. Wait, that makes me sound creepier than I wanted it to sound. Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. Yes, Ms. Beaumont, I did. Woo! Yes, Miss Beaumont, I did just show Toby with all of his army of Mises. I did indeed. Sorry, cleaning my screen again. There's so much schmutz that gets on my screen for no apparent reason. I don't even know why that happens, but it do. Yeah, sometimes landlords are dumb. In California now, with the restricted breeds comment, they say if the dog looks like a restricted, oh, that fucking sucks. I hate that. I hate it. I hate the idea of restricted breeds in general because, again, I don't think there are bad animals. I don't think there are any bad animals. I think there are just bad humans. And unfortunately, there's a lot of really fucking bad humans. And there are a lot of humans who treat animals terribly and they get away with it because humans are discriminatory and are human centric. So they'll believe anything that people tell them, even when the proof is otherwise. And if I were to go anywhere there is a breed ban for pits, Mona is exempted under federal law, which supersedes any state laws. Nice. Nice. Good. And she should be, because she's a hard worker, and she deserves to be exempted from any of that shit. Okay. Kimberly is lulling. Okay, I'm off. Just wanted to let you know how sorry, stupid, autistic I am. Again, I don't know that you're stupid, and I, blame what you want on the autism, I guess, but I don't see autism as necessarily a negative thing about anybody. It just can cause some really overwhelming challenges sometimes. It was all my fault, so no need for you to carry any of that baggage. Maybe Hef will forgive me one day and let me in. Maybe. But, people gonna do what they gonna do. So I appreciate you coming by and making your apologies. Oh, come on, thing. I made my Davy doll kick my hubby for laughing at me. Good. Good job. Dirty Davy has already got a little freaky with me tonight. I'm sure he has. I believe the top dog reporting for biting is the Chihuahua. That would not surprise me in the least. Poor high-strung little creatures. Another hack, if you have a German Shepherd, just say it's a Belgian Malinois. Sure, that works. They are freaky blue eyes. They are very freaky blue eyes. No beating yourself up. It accomplishes nothing. Absolutely true. God, I feel like double tap tonight. I just cannot get my mouse to cooperate. Now, see, Steve-O, I'm not sure if you're going full East Coast with this or if you're talking about Chihuahuas. Oh, wait, I have more scars from dogs under 15 pounds than I do from any other weight group combined, I'm sure. I'm sure you do. Yeah, see, I don't know if you're talking about Chihuahuas or if you're talking about Huas. I really can't tell. Help. Ah, okay. Thank you. Thank you. That clarifies things. Chihuahuas. House. Yeah, it kind of has been, hadn't it? Okay, so not who is what you're saying. You're talking about the small, uptight puppers. It has been kind of a theme tonight, hadn't it? I am. Yes. Yes, it is. Also Brooklynese. Not so much Bronx, but definitely Brooklynese. You have a Chipam. So you get us. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I used to live with a Pit Wawa. and she was delightful, but rather strange dog. Bitchy pocket dogs of any type. Okay. Yeah, I also refer to them as purse hounds. The 2 times I got nailed at the clinic, they were both doxies. Okay. My great-grandparents always had chihuahuas, and they were mean little shits. Yeah, they can be. They can be. Like, again, when it comes down to choosing how they're bred and miniaturizing dogs, things just get a little crazy, and they can be sometimes really challenging to deal with. Your little heifer is an angel. I'm sure she is. Skylar the bed thief. And no regrets. No regrets at all on Skylar. Apparently is just saying, yeah, and stole it. What? My little Yorkie is the quietest, chillest dog ever. I can take him literally anywhere with me and he just chills. That's nice. My sister has Papillons. She runs them in agility. They're great dogs. Nice. If I still had Bengals, I would want to put them through like cat agility stuff because they would likely have been amazing for that shit. Yep. No F's given. Not a single one on that cat. Not a single fuck given by Skylar at all. Yeah, she's feeling like absolute hammered dog shit right now. Our poor Hef. Not feeling well. A lot of times it's not even the dog's fault. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, it's they're I don't think there are bad dogs. They're just bad people. And people do go lax on training because they're small and cute and they really don't think that um a tiny dog, a little purse hound can do much damage. But man, they can be ferocious wee beasties. And yeah, if you don't give them what they need as far as like consistency in training and security and the whole nine, um, you're absolutely going to get a dog that's going to act out. And sometimes that acting out comes with violence. Papillons have cool ears. They are allowed. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, Papillons do have pretty cool fucking ears. I believe they do cat agility, and I've seen Bengals do really cool shit. So, I'm not sure if like um any of the certified whoever that does cat shows, um I don't know if they have agility courses like they do with dogs, but um, I know that I would be teaching mine all sorts of cool shit. And I also would have to, if I ever get more bagels again, I'm going to have to get a one fast cat, which is a giant hamster wheel for cats. And I really want one. And I know it would be wasted on the felines here, but man, bagels. can run the shit out of those things. My sister's German Shepherd could be aggressive because she was trained to be, but if she knew you and my sister didn't give the command to guard, she was a big goofball. Nice. Nice. Yeah. And it again, it comes down to consistency with her people. It was consistency with the training, just consistency. And that's what dogs need. They need the consistency, they need the routine. I've known some good chihuahuas, some owners just allow them to display bad behavior and encourage it frequently. Do Bengals eat bagels if they have cream cheese on them? They sure as fuck will. I always thought my boys acted more like puppies than kitties. Yeah, it's very possible. Very possible. I had a cat, um, who, he was raised with dogs. Somebody flung him, much like Gert, just left him on the side of a road, a very busy road in New Jersey. And when we got him, he was 2.5 bites worth of kitten. I mean, there was just he could fit in one of my hands, and I don't have paddles like Captain Tommy. I have tiny little hands. Um, and he was nothing but 2.5 bites worth of kitten, no more than that. And, into the vet he went, and I was up every 2 hours feeding the cat a mixture of, like, KMR and gushy food from a dropper, um, and he was in isolation for a while, and then he got cleared to be in Gen Pop. Well, there were other cats in the house, but the main creatures that he was doing the most interaction with was, um, a 60-pound Southern Mutt Hound named Mina and a 100-pound depressed Golden Shepherd or Golden Retriever named Mac, who wore eyeliner and listened to the Smiths and wrote bad poetry in his spare time. Um, but Lox, LOX, yes, Kimberly, LOX is salmon, basically. Um, and he was raised by the 2 dogs, and we considered him we named him, Zed the Amazing Puppy Cat because he was more dog than cat every single day of the world. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, some of it's nature, some of it's nurture. He was able to be litter trained, but he was way more dog than he was cat in personality. Chihuahuas will run the house if you let them. Yes. Before my in-laws passed, they had 2 chihuahuas. My cousin has them now, both sweethearts. One wags her tail so hard, I'm convinced she's gonna break herself in half one day. Yes, yes. Elvira does the same thing. She'll be wagging and doing that full body wag, just wag, 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 wag. Her entire back end is moving. Well, then she's like walking into the house and wagging, but looking over her shoulder, trying to make sure that you're still coming in and she might get some treats. And so she's basically C-shaped with one half of the C wagging and the other half staring at you. And she's like walking like that through the kitchen. It's ridiculous. It's so funny. It's so funny. She's just, that Elvira is something else. Something else. Um, But yeah, Bengals, I'm seeing this conversation about things that cats will eat, going on in the chat, and yeah, they'll eat our Jake. just recently has been hopping up on the counter in the middle of the night, going after anything bread-like, chewing through the plastic bag that the bread lives in. He knows he doesn't like the bread, but we think that he's trying to get to the cabinet where his bags of treats live, but he can't figure out how to open the cabinet. And so instead, he's just going to chew on plastic bags and maybe that'll get him something that he wants. I don't know. I got nothing. I have no idea why he's doing it. But yeah, my bagels would absolutely, if there was cream cheese involved or peanut butter involved or butter, really, I mean, just about anything, um, they would not only eat the topping, but whatever the topping was on. Um, 15 cats and a dog plus a 4-year-old, nothing is sacred there. Yep. Your cat does that to bread, Susan? Very nice. There's even a condition called happy tail where the dog injures their tail by wagging it and hitting on stuff. Wow. Yeah, I guess I'm not surprised. Now I'm hungry for bagels. Am I a Bengal? I don't know. Are you from Cincinnati? On the very rare occasion that I leave Mona at home and come back, her tail is going so fast that she has knocked herself over. That's the best. So now she tucks her butt down so she doesn't fall. It's so cute. That is ridiculously funny. Oh my lord. One of my best friends has a feisty little chihuahua that was a known ankle biter with men mostly, but we won her over with treats. She had happy hour with us most days. Very nice. My first greyhound had happy tail. Almost had to have the bottom 3 inches of his tail amputated. No! Oh, that sucks. Oh, poor kid. See, that's what excessive happiness gets you. Everything in moderation, folks, including moderation. Yes, it had it happen to a client's dog coming into the shop. Yep. Well, I mean, Elvira's tail. Whew. She wields that thing like a whip and she knocks over drinks and she's a menace with that thing. We had a good friend growing up that had an extremely friendly black lab. He would literally leave bruises with his tail. Yeah, I've gotten bruised from Elvira's tail before, so I know that feel. I know that feel very well. Yeah, he was probably so happy to be in an actual home with a human. Yep. You want that much happy in you, Ms. Beaumont. Yeah, wouldn't we all? I honestly, I think I probably wouldn't know what to do if I had that much happy. Um, which is probably a pretty fucking sad thing of me to say, but it's true. My girls and I call it the pity whip. Yep, for sure. It was wrapped for months and checked by the vet biweekly. Luckily, we were able to save the tail. Good. Good. And then the beatings to calm down the happiness, right? No, no, I'm kidding. It was a joke. I always see cats and dogs and refer to, you know, If they're trying to tell you that they've never had treats in their entire life and could you please feed them? Um, I'm always like, listen, don't fall for their shit. They just had treats like 20 minutes ago. They're going to try to tell you that the neglect only stops for the beatings. Yeah, that's what happens here in this house. Solo 2D Happy Tail. Nice. The aforementioned black lab was Clyde. He was a neighborhood dog. He knew how to open fences. There was no keeping him in or out. He also knew how to ring the doorbell when he wanted attention. That's the best. We don't have a doorbell here. But if we did, the deer would figure out how to ring the doorbell. As it happens, there have been times in the winter where we've seen little hoofy prints on the porch in the snow coming right up to the door because we didn't make it out there yet with food for them. So I know that if we had a doorbell, the deer would figure out how to ring the doorbell and summon us. Hello, creatures with thumbs, please to be giving us the snacks. Dogs and cats, all animals really are good teachers of presence. They just be. They're happy because they're in the moment, not in their heads. Absolutely, Kazri. Absolutely. How are you still awake, lady? Clyde was a genius. I agree. No, I love them, and I spend as much time with the animals outside as I possibly can without really freaking them out. But the chickadees seem to like us being out there when they're getting into the peanut butter when it's still nice and warm, having just come from the heated garage. So they seem to like it. They don't want us to leave. And when we call for them, they will allow themselves to be summoned to the porch if they think that there are walnuts available for them. So when the little girl that owned him came over to play, he would patiently wait outside for a bit. Then when he thought she'd been there long enough, he'd ring the doorbell. That's funny. Ooh, dear, and a ring doorbell. I know. My mom wants one of those. She won't allow Alexa into the house, but she wants a ring. And I'm like, are you sure you know what you're asking for? Neighborhood squirrels have learned to make a lot of noise on the back screen door. Yeah, ours, we have red squirrels, and they yell at us. Like, literally, will stand on the porch and just yell at us when they want food. The ground squirrels will do the same thing. The blue jays will knock on the window of my parents' bedroom to get them to wake up and be like, hey, make with the peanuts already. Yeah, we're kind of in demand. At one point when my stepdad wasn't, he was late with the food and he was wearing a cap. Bird, he goes outside, bird lands on the bill of his cap and turns upside down to yell at him right to his face. Like, why were you making us wait? Hello? It was breakfast time like an hour and a half ago. What the shit? My bear dog used to open and close the screen door in the summer. He would let himself out and back to potty. He was half lab and half Great Dane. Nice. I love it when they become self-sufficient like that. You are almost asleep, Kazri? Good. Very good. He also went through the neighborhood letting all the dogs out more than once. He was legendary. Dad nicknamed him Pied Piper. That's a perfect name for him. That's friggin' funny. Does anyone have a ring system? I'm thinking of getting them for the house. I know that there are other systems that don't automatically share all their information with the police, and actually allow you to have some say in it. But I can't remember exactly where they are. I'd have to consult um, with a group of nerds with whom I am in contact in order to get that information. But that's something that, if mom is really dead set on getting something like that, I would much prefer that she get something else other than actual ring, just because I don't like the idea of the police automatically having more of my information than they already have. We live out in the sticks for a reason. My dad has wise cams all over his property. I get deer videos almost every day, all year round. Yeah, we're thinking about getting more trail cams. Since the ring is triggered by motion, your mom would get to a lot of front door nature. Yeah, watch a lot of front door nature. Yeah, we have a lot of front door nature, front yard nature. We've got nature in the backyard, all kinds of nature. It just happens all over the damn place. It's just nature everywhere. Clyde's owner finally had to electrify her fence because some mean-ass kids were being mean to Clyde. Hey! Plus, she had to spring him from the pound a couple of times. That's just rude. We've gotten dirty looks from hummingbirds hovering in front of Faye's when we take away the nectar bottle to clean. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah, I've had my head buzzed by hummingbirds a number of times when I've just been refilling their food. Costco sells standalone camera systems. Okay. Yep. Kind of figured. Bear ate our geese, though. Probably wasn't a good idea to put geese on the pond. Yeah, probably not. What kind of geese? Probably not Canada geese, because those are some mean little bastards. Pretty sure the pound had her on speed dial. Susan, Clyde's back again, and this was before microchips were a thing, of course. Well, when you're notorious like that. Yeah, CritterCam would record without violating privacy. Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a couple that my neighbors have, and they just have them on their driveway, on their both of their driveways, so that they know what's going on where, and they get footage. They've got critter cams all over the house as well, but they get a triggered alert when something is crossing into one of the driveways, and the critter cams tend to they send me photos and little video clips every once in a while, and I really want to put on my Godzilla kigurumi and just go stomp around in their yard in the middle of the night some night, just to be that guy, and give them something funny to look at on their cameras, because I don't have an inflatable T-Rex suit. I know that they both have inflatable T-Rex suits, and I don't have one, but I would absolutely run past all of their wildlife cameras in one of those as well, because yeah, I would absolutely do that just to give them something to crack up about in the morning when they woke up. 100%. They stole my geese Imodium patent. What, the Canada geese? I'm not surprised. I don't know, it was like 12 years old, big white ones. Yeah, definitely not Canada geese. For sure. Evil little shitbags. No worries, some of the older neighborhood kids find out why Clyde was no longer running the neighborhood and taught the mean kids a lesson. This was in the 80s. Good for them. Good. I'm glad to see it. Glad to see it. Well, apparently there's like 19 people in here watching. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Please remember to click like or unlike. If you don't like it, you can dislike it here, or you can click the like. And please remember to subscribe. I would appreciate that greatly. If you'd like a notification on when we're going live, you can click the little bell, and the bell will allow you to get notifications for when we go live. Thank you. Stole your geese Imodium patent. Yeah, because Canada geese, just so you know, have Canada geese, they leave green shit just everywhere. Everywhere. So I think it was the Canada geese that probably stole his geese Imodium patent, because they would like to keep just treating the world as their own personal toilet and attacking anybody who even twitches a muscle within 20 feet of them. The stupid bell still doesn't work for you, Ms. Beaumont? I'm sorry to hear that. That blows. It's a difficult question. I won't opine until I am sure. Probably smart, CO Bilf. Probably smart. Way to go. I'm being good and clipping the dry skin off of my hands and my cuticles with a nail clipper rather than just tugging at them. I took a stuffed animal in a fishing line, tied it around a long stick, stood behind the camera, and made the animal walk in front of the camera. Nice. Well done, Maya. Mind you, they didn't hurt the kids. They chased them through the woods, scaring the crap out of them. One guy kept yelling, "Your peanut butter, your jelly. I have a knife and I want a sandwich." That's terrifying. That would, in fact, scare the crap out of me if somebody was chasing me and yelling that. So that makes sense. Terrifying. Yeah. I need to find a way to get one of those inflatable T-Rex suits. Or I'm just gonna, like I said, put on my Godzilla kigurumi and go stomping around in their yard one of these nights in the middle of the night. Just a little bit. Just enough for them to catch it on the camera, because I know that they look over the footage. Like, I've gotten video of raccoons in the middle of the night and skunks and owls. And I know that if I just made a couple of passes in their yard in the middle of the night wearing one of those, they would fall right the fuck out. They would laugh so hard. And, well, again, you know, we live out in the sticks. What else is there to amuse us? So, of course, I would do shit like that, because that's how I roll. And we don't have any wildlife cams set up over here, so it's not like they'd even be able to get me back. Unless they came around to the back of the house and started, you know, got up on a ladder and started knocking on the window while I was live. That would probably make me wet my pants. I'm not going to lie. Or put on a Bigfoot costume. Yeah, I don't have one. I don't have one. Doesn't sound so scary now, but I guess it did to 12-year-old kids, and that was coming from a much bigger 17-year-old. Yeah. Yeah. I bet it would. I bet it was terrifying. The guy that was yelling was and is actually a big teddy bear. He just wanted them to have a taste of their own medicine. You know what? He shoulda made them touch the electric fence. Little shits. Be careful if you ever get the urge to get it on in the woods unless you enjoy getting tammed. I do not ever have an urge to get it on in the woods, honestly, because I have a mild allergy to mosquito bites. So, yeah, yeah, that urge for me is non-existent. I practically dress like a freaking beekeeper every time I have to go out in the woods just to protect myself, and I cover myself in insect repellent and sunblock. So, yeah, yeah, there's not anything very sexy about the woods to me. Kimberly, good idea. His dad did have a gorilla costume he wore every Halloween. Kevin should have borrowed it. That would have been funny. It was my brother's camera, and he called me after he saw the video. He immediately knew it was me who messed with him. All right, that's fair. One of them tried to hurt Clyde in his own yard and touched the fence. Instant karma is beautiful, isn't it? I'm listening to you and messaging with my bonus grandma, who is also a night owl. Granny quilts too. Hi, Granny. Get one of those bush costumes and just get up and scoot around and really confuse them. Yeah, I'll just be out there being a shrub, holding a couple of sticks, some twigs. I'd have to save that for the summertime though, because right now all the leaves are off of everything and it's just twigs. Just naked twigs. I try to remain mindful of both heffalumps and woozles. Good idea, CO Bilf. Anything that's going to help you practice mindfulness, I think is a really good idea. So, good on you. Well done, man. Stand by for a drink of water. Well, my dearlings, my dearest bewubbeds, I've gained 1 follower so far. So we're up to 134, I think, subscribers. So that's pretty cool. Nothing much happening in the Venmo that Steve-O made me get. But that's okay because I wasn't really expecting anything. Likewise for the PayPal. But again, wasn't expecting anything. One person has sent a contribution to each, and that is more than I ever expected. So thank you to both of them from the bottom of from even the subcockle area of my heart. Ooh, 139. Holy shit snacks. Well, that popped up. I'm happy to hear that. That's 5 more than I had even earlier this evening. So I dig it. Yeah, Xena Marlene, y'all. Hit it. even though I'm just drinking water tonight. That's important. Stay hydrated, y'all. And I think I'm gonna. Holy shit! Pup groomer. Yes, you did, Red. Yes, you did, and I appreciate that tremendously, and I thank you tremendously. So far, you're the only person who sent me a Venmo. Yes, Maya, it does. My PayPal does say go away because that's the name of my business. I just looked at mine. You're up to 196. Yay! That's super exciting. Jen, that's awesome. Let's get you up to 500. Let's get you up to 500 like ASAP. That would be amazing. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. That's the wrong thing. I've been told to look at things. Dooloo, dooloo, doo. Dee dee dee. Diddly. Where is... That's messages. I've been told to look at my emails and now I can't fucking find anything. Yeah, I did get it. Maya, when you type in my email, yes, it does say go away. That's me. That's me. And I'm looking at my email. No, Red, you're the only one who sent me anything via Venmo. So yeah. But I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I did. I did. And you are the only one. So, and I appreciate you. And somebody else sent me something via PayPal and I am kind of blown away by that as well. So thank you. You ain't the only one, Hef. Yeah, so I appreciate you all and I really just appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Really a lot. Like a lot. It's kind of fun. Kind of fun. And let's see, what do we got? Yay, Jen. Now that Turdmas is over, I'll be back to uploading and posting. Very nice. Very nice. Glad to hear it. I'm still catching up on your videos, but when I have the opportunity, I do watch. And thank you very much, Miss Sunrise Dawn. It's not necessary, but it's certainly appreciated. Okay. Well, thank you for being together with us. I'm glad to have all of us together. And you appreciate me, Cricket. I appreciate you, Miss Kimberly. Lost all the BILF coin in a complex web of trust accounts, but wait till I get my money right. Okay. All right. Yep, the BILF coin. Is that something that we can check out in blockchain, or is it not something that that we should be looking for right now. Okay, Lady V. Boy, it is the night tonight. I stayed quiet out of respect for Doug, but thought you deserved to hear from me about this. You were right as a mod to boot me off that night. I lost it. Okay. Thank you. I did not expect that either. It would be, I appreciate you coming in and saying that. I got taken to the woodshed, or somebody attempted to take me to the woodshed last night over it and was accusing me of things that I didn't do. Namely of blocking you, which I didn't do, which I never would do from Doug's channel, because that's not how I roll. I put you on a 24-hour timeout. Anytime after that 24 hours, you were welcome to continue posting as you chose. So, that's, and again, it's 2 weeks ago. It's water under the bridge. So much has gone on since then that I feel like we all just need to process in our own time and keep moving forward. And that's what I've been trying to do. We would watch, Hef, if you had a channel going. We would absolutely watch. Can't discuss Bilfcoin deets in present time. That's fine. That's fine. Thought we needed that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, if Hef's doing it, since she's a bad example, inappropriate adjacent Miss Sunrise Dawn is going to be doing it. Mr. Crow. Hello, Mr. Crow. Good morning. You should be asleep right now. What are you doing awake? And how's the fledgling? Full moon and Mercury is still in Gatorade. Damn it. All right, y'all. Surgery in a few hours. Night meds are kicking in. Love to you all. Love right back to you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Rest well. Sleep sweet. May your surgery go smoothly and your healing be swift and uneventful. Yeah, I think I'm going to go and put together some gingerbread dough, y'all. I think it's time to do that. And, oh, socks? Socks? You guys, Susan sent us a kitty cat. I have to show you guys socks before I go. Let me find my email. Do 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 doodly do. La 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 la. Okay. Socks. Socks. We love socks. Such a face. Thank you very much for sending socks to me. Those little toes are just absolutely precious. Thank you very much, Maya. Thank you. That just came through, and I really appreciate it. Sleep well, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Kiddo's doing great. Good. Glad to hear it. I will email you or ask my hubby to as soon as I can. You too, Steve-O. Thank you. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm going to go put together some gingerbread. And the dough anyway, and get it into the fridge so it can chill overnight. And I'm going to do that. And Socks. No, Socks was the Clintons' cat, Ms. Beaumont. Socks was the Clintons' cat. May still be the Clintons' cat for all I know. One last Xenu for Doug. I can handle that. I can get behind that for sure. Last Xenu for Doug for the night. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, Miss Sunrise Dawn is reminding everybody to please hit the like button. Please hit the like button or hit the dislike button. Whichever you choose. It's fine. All engagement is good engagement. Feel free to leave a comment after this if you so choose. Subscribe if you would like. Hit the little bell if you want notifications. I appreciate you all for being here with me. Good night, everyone. Good night, Ms. Kimberly, with your elaborate Xenu Marlene. I really do appreciate the effort you take for that. You Xenu didn't know you're coughing. Oh, Hef. Oh, Hef. Bless ya. Bless ya, senseless. Ooh, when you screenshot in a video. Yeah, this is about as well planned as most of my thumbnails look to be. Can you guys see that? Just crazy goofiness. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what almost all of my thumbnails wind up looking like. Goofy puppers. All right. Toodles and tatas, indeed. Good night to all of you. Sleep sweet, everyone. Rest well. May your rest be restorative. Yeah, please hydrate. Get better. Kazri, rest up. Pay back some of that sleep debt. Good night, everybody.